and we could be on to continue our unbeaten start here in the league.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe challenge here in Santa Clara. We return for a second episode here in the Azores in Portugal. This is the first club as part of the Corners of Europe challenge. Just to reiterate, if you haven't caught the first few videos, go and check them out now. In the description will be the guide to the challenge. In there you can see everything that's going on. But yeah, the first club here at Santa Clara, and yeah, you've joined in time for the second day of the series. So we've had a few games, not many games really played off camera. 2 0-0 draws. One was an instant result that we managed to get with the skin that we've now gone and removed. We've gone for the original look. I mean, if this panel on the left was red, then I'd be so happy, to be honest, but unfortunately it is purple. I do like the branding, but I also quite like my layout to be quite basic. But I don't know, if I find a good one, it will be implemented. I did say yesterday the skin is still subject to change. If that did become red, it would fit in with all the branding that's gone on with the channel that you will see now, that if you do now go onto the channel. So I don't know, maybe I'll find something in the end, but more focusing on the focus back to the games and stuff like that. A 0-0 draw away from home, and then at home we also drew 0-0. Bounced back with a win away from home in the league, and at the moment we sit in 4th place. 4 games played, we have the chance to move up to a potentially 3rd place, 1 point behind Mafra, who we will be playing today. At home, we are big favourites to win this game, and the 2 games we've drawn, I don't think we played too bad, to be honest, but we need to be a little bit more convincing and just play that little bit better if we want to start picking up a few more points. Then after that, we've got a game against Caldas in the 3rd Portuguese division in the cup, and hopefully we can advance on to the is it all these phases? No, it's not. So we're just in the second round now. All of the smaller teams, so the 2nd division and below. Hopefully we can win that game and advance on to the next round of the cup. Get one of the goals ticked off early if we can. That would be pretty nice. So first game of the day against Mafra. Let's go and take a look at what the team is saying. So the team for this game against Mafra, top of the table clash. It starts with Batista in goal. New signing Araujo coming in place of the player I was mentioning last episode. Enrique's left for a big fee, actually around 200,000. He's gone to a 1st division club, I believe. Yeah, he has. So pretty good deal that. And we've got quite a lot of money in the bank. Very, very secure at the moment with that. And in January, if we need to, we can make some very, very big signings. So Araujo does come in place at left back. We've got a backline of Pacheco today in place of the suspended Alvaro Carwan, alongside him Suarez at the right back, Serrara, MT, Adriano in the midfield. We've got Lopez starting on the left today, Almeida on the right, and Safira up top. Kick off here in this game. Huge game for us at the top of the table as we still get used to life here in Santa Clara. It's going to be a big game, and hopefully we can put on a good display here. Lopez into the middle. Safira is there. Falls out to Adriano. Falls to Suarez now from right back. He's making a nice run in here. Tries to square it. Some good attacking play from us. I mean, I don't know what we learned so far from this counter-attacking strategy. I thought it would be we wouldn't be attacking at all. We'd see a lot more kind of defensive actions. We'd see a lot more soaking up pressure and then kind of just running at the defense when we've won the ball back and turn it over in that way. But apparently not. Maybe this league is really, really easy. I mean, I haven't wanted to underestimate it, because even though the bookies have said that we should be evens to win the league and go get promoted, I don't want to underestimate it, because I know the tactic we're playing. Well, I don't know the tactic we're playing, more like I know that if it doesn't work, then we've got an issue and we won't go straight back up as expected, and that's something I'm willing to accept. If it takes 2 seasons, then it's something that takes 2 seasons. But maybe this league might just be a little bit too easy for us. There's Safira there with a long range shot, and number 9, he's hit the bar from the edge of the box. But yeah, as I say, it's been very, very interesting. Maybe this league it's just we've got a really good squad for it, and continuing to build in the next division. I mean, the only goal for us is to win promotion, and then we probably look for jobs or something like that. But I'm not really too sure. Just focused on developing players. If we have a really elite squad, then we can continue to build here. But we just have to see the jobs that come up. There's no real path select path I want to take. Like if one of the jobs come up that we want to take, we'll go straight to it and build from there. I don't think there should be a select order, even though it would be better and the kind of the script would be better if there's an interesting offer that comes up, we go for it and we go and have our fun there and then depart to the next club. It wouldn't be good for the reputation. I mean, who goes from this massive club to a then smaller club? It wouldn't make loads of sense, but I guess that's just how we're going to do it, really. It's going to be a tough challenge, very intricate challenge, but that's what makes it the whole lot more special and interesting and unique. And that's why we've got a job to do in all these clubs, and we've got to go and fulfil them with whatever order it takes. And I mean, that's how it's going to go, really. But we're focused at the moment here in Santa Clara. It's been a fun start, actually. I've enjoyed the time here. A few games, been some nice football, kind of. It feels like classic football is the best way to put it. It's just original football, nothing ridiculous going on. It's just nice football, a nice kickabout, and yeah, that's the best way to put it. We've still got a lot of work to do in terms of getting the dressing room on our side. We might be performing well, but dropping points has probably come from the fact that the dressing room and we're not operating as much of a unit at the moment, and that's something that kind of at Leicester especially we had to. If we got it so perfect that the boys were willing to do anything for each other, and that was really important because if you've got one person who's unhappy, it can really bring down the team, and kind of removing them from the situation is it would do us a lot of favors, and that's why I feel like we need to it's something we need to kind of work on, and it will come with time. Definitely it will come with time, and we need to give it time, and hopefully with that time, it'll put us in a better situation. And even though we've gained a lot of points, we're in a good position at the moment. There's still that room to improve and continue to improve. And yeah, that will come when we finally find that point where we're at a we're at a real kind of key a kind of we're all operating as a unit. That's the best way of putting it. Focusing on this game here, back into this, we are when we've not got the goal that we need here, and now Mafra coming on the attack here, square ball, the shot goes in, and luckily it does go over. We've not been beaten in the league all season, to be fair, so to lose in that fashion would be very disappointing. Luckily, it did go over for us here, and in 15 minutes we've got time to still find a goal here. It's we're still getting used to some of these new players in this team. We've got Serginho on the ball now. He plays it into Almeida, but it is cut out, and now we might even get hit on the counter attack. But it's Calwan there at the back, plays it along to Pacheco. They've had a decent game, the pair of them, to be fair, but ultimately we don't have the goal that we want from this game. Young Calwan on the ball, he goes forward to Serginho there, the substitute. Where will he go now? He goes back to him, and looks like they're trying to trust him on the ball here. It's Calwan. They sound like they've got very similar names. Calwan, I think you would say Lucas Calwan, and then I don't even know. Maybe they are exactly the same, to be fair. One letter difference. You've got a U and W difference, so very, very close. Pacheco here finds himself on the ball. Where will he go? Goes to Ricardinho. Just being patient on the ball, knocking it around. I mean, you can't always counter-attack, and this is a situation when the other team is structured nicely. We just have to do build-up play, and this is kind of what we did well at Leicester. Safira through on goal here. He has the shot, and he gets the goal to make it 1-0. Finally in this game, he breaks the deadlock. I mean, I don't know if this goal is going to stand. He might have timed his run a little bit early, to be fair. Will the arms go in the air? They have gone in the air, I believe, and the goal does stand, and we could be on to continue our unbeaten start here in the league. It's a lovely finish from our number 9, his second of the season. In our first 5 games, the goals have been, I mean, we haven't really scored loads of goals, but they've been distributed very well along the attack in front until we got an injury to our left winger. I'm still going to have to get used to these names, to be fair. Huge squad, many names to get used to, and when you've got players like Lucas Calwan who's going to defend this now, and Kwan ahead of that, then it's going to be tough to remember. Another missed chance in Batista's goal there, luckily for us. And I mean, if that's a lifeline, if that's a sign of something, we need to see out the rest of this game and come away with the points that we need. Final change there will bring on a defensive player to secure the defense. I think we need to maybe improve. I mean, we've brought in 2 defensive players, and I'm not entirely convinced. I mean, suspensions, injuries, stuff like that will really start to expose our depth at the centre back, especially, but I think we're in an okay position now. We've still got loads of boys who we've not even tried to play with yet, so we have to just give it time. let them in. Maybe in the cup game we go with a full rotated team. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. But yeah, in this game we need to just see it out. It's against a good Mafra team here, and a win would be huge in our efforts to gain that promotion and even go on and win the title here. 90 minutes is approaching here in this game. It will be a bit of added time, you'd think. Another free kick, and the ball's been played around. It has gone in. Surely there's an offside in there. The flag is up on the far side from that free kick. He looked well offside from that second pass. Hopefully it is disallowed, because that goal would be a real dent. You know, we've soaked up the pressure that as we expected to with this tactic, and ultimately has been disallowed, so that is good for us. It has been a decent game for us, generated chances. Mafra showing why they are at the top of the table with us, but ultimately we are going to come away with the 3 points. The full-time whistle goes, and that is a great start to our league campaign for us. So the team for this cup game against Caldas, we've finally rotated a team. The whole 11 for the first time probably ever. It starts with Duttering. Oh, we've got a backline of Bruno, Velasquez, Lima, and Kawan. He's the only player, I guess, who, I mean, he didn't start last game, so I guess he comes in. We've got Ferreira, Valente, Serginho in the midfield, Vinicius Lopez on the left, Klisman on the right, and Martins up top. Kick-off here in this game. It's been all of our opponents so far early on, and already they're giving us a bit of a test. I mean, this rotated team, we still should be able to get over the line. I mean, if we need to bring players off the bench, then we will at half-time times like that. But I mean, I think we should be able to get over the line there on the line there. Bruno having to clear that ball. He is one of the players who's probably had more minutes than a lot of the boys here off the bench in this season. As Kawan there from he stepped up very high there, considering he's playing right back 15 minutes. It looks like both teams have had chances, but it is Caldas with all of the ball early on here. Not what we want really. This is the thing when we can. It is tough. I don't know how to rotate teams most effectively. Players are in makeshift roles, stuff like that. And when the boys are not operating as a unit and kind of not happy at the moment, whether that's because of the relegation or, don't know, manager change, something like that, we need to get results, and these are the games where we need big results to kind of bring that morale back up. But it's looking like it's been a bit of a tough test for us. Maybe Caldas have caught us out a little bit here, which is only fair to them in their own stadium. We should have expected it maybe a little bit more. We'll go to the 60-minute mark here. Maybe there is time for us to find a goal. We are growing into the game a little bit more, finding more of the ball. But I mean, I don't know what the rule would be if we were to draw this game. We will make the changes now. I think we'll bring on up front Safira, the main striker. I'll actually no, I'm gonna leave Martins on because he is apparently really really good. We'll bring on MT into the midfield in place of. I'll swap these two around, so Valente in the box to box, and then MT in his natural Mazzala role, and then one of the wingers we bring on. I think we'll just have to bring on Almeida in his favoured right position there. One of the key players for us. I mean, it was Silva, but he's not returned from injury. Next game he would be back, not in time for this one. And yeah, they're the changes we can make for now. We need to see a little bit more out of Rafael Martins, because he is apparently really, really, he is just as good as our main option, and we need to utilise him a bit more. Maybe even a two-strike formation could be the way to go for the rest of the season. Experimenting with new formations, that's not a rule, but tactics is the new rule that we want to follow, and maybe that's the way to go with this tactic. But yeah, want to see a little bit more out of him. I think he's not sure if he's new in the summer or not. Not really too sure. He's not one of my signings. I mean, I've only made two signings, but we would appreciate a goal from him here in this game. 60 minutes gone, nothing coming as of yet, but there's still time for us. Maybe it's just there's a bit of the magic of the cup really, and I've decided to show this game. I mean, it's a game we easily could have not rotated the team and just won the game with ease. But this season it's going to be much less games. I mean, last year at Leicester we played the maximum amount of games a team can play bar 2 games because we got knocked out of the, no, 3 games actually, because got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. We made Champions League final, FA Cup final, Carabao Cup quarter final, played all our league games. Obviously it's crazy, that's the maximum amount of games you can play, and it's going to be much less here, just 34 and a few added games for the cups. Martin's here, he's through on goal. Can he get his goal? He finally strikes and gets his goal here in this game after 65 minutes, and he is shown why he's going to give us a bit of competition up there with Safira, and rightly so. If he can give a few more goals than Safira has early on in this season, I mean, he's only had 2 goals in 5 games. That would be good. We need to rotate the team in the league as well. That's going to be important. But as I say, it's going to be much less games, probably around 20 less games than we played at Leicester last year. So it is going to be much kind of. There's a lot more time between games. The boys are going to be rested, but rotating the players, getting the most out of them, especially the young players, and players like Martins as well, is going to be very, very important for us in this season. And now Caldas find themselves through on goal. It's gone off the post, and then it's straight back into the path of one of their players, and that is poor from us. In the end, we're going to have to make a few changes. I think we bring on Araujo, still settling into the club, so we want to give him as much time as possible in games where we don't really, it's not high demand, and then we'll bring on Ricardinho on that side. See what he's see what he's about on that side. I think is he playing midfield for us most games? Let me go and take a look and just check. He's playing off the bench. I'm surprised I've not started him in this game actually. I really need to get used to some of these, but yeah, he's got good morale. He's happy to get going here in this game. Is that all the changes? Make 4 changes? Yeah, just the 4 changes for now. One more shortly. Lopez here with a shot. It's a very, very powerful shot, but in the end it has gone out for a corner. We've got some good presence in the box with our headers. Quite a few goals already this season come from them, and I mean, if we can get another one here, that would be very, very nice. It's gone to the near post. Did I do the set piece induction? I don't even remember doing it. I have a. I'm not sure really what I would have put, to be honest. I go with the staff preferences. I delegate it to the staff entirely, to be honest. I feel like I would have gone with the middle of the box. I'm not really too sure, to be honest. It's a corner for Caldas here, and they are threatening us once again down this right side. They're going to try and make a run. It's a bit of defending needed, and it is a penalty conceded by us. A very, very poor and late tackle there in the box, and now we need Dutra, is the young prospect goalkeeper for us, the backup to Batista, and I thought he'd made a save, so close to making a save there, and yeah, we're on our last legs here. We really need to find a goal. We'll ring on Safira as the last change. We can only make defensive changes outside of that, and when we need a goal, we can bring on our reliable striker for most of this season to try and find us one here. We'll go positive. I mean, positive with a counter-attacking mindset, probably not the best. I mean, positive out the back is probably the way to go because you want to play it fast, but they advise the cautious free kick there. I don't know who was just taking that. Was it Almeida? I think it was who's just taking that. It's a good free kick, just hitting the underside of the crossbar and bouncing out. We're still threatening though here. We want to send it, at least try and send it to extra time, but Caldas, hats off to them. They have probably been the better team, to be honest. Very, very impressive. Not been our day at all, and we really need to up our game, not take this back into the league and play much better. We've played against good teams, the top teams in the league, and comfortably gone against them, especially away from home as well. We need better results and start playing better, but give it time. Still very early days here. Almeida's made a nice run through into the middle, squared it back post. Ricardinho is there, and it's a lovely goal to tie this game back up. 85th minute, and a bit of a lifeline for us. You'd think it's a nice move on the. I mean, I don't know if it's on the counter-attack. I don't know where the build-ups come from, but it's some nice wing play. That's what I like about this counter-attacking kind of tactic, is you can, it's my OG tactic is that wing play style, and it kind of allows that because it's moving down the wings, fast-paced wingers is what you want, and your wing backs getting heavily involved in the attacks. It's always nice to see that you can kind of have that element from my favourite tactic, or formerly favourite, but at heart it's probably my favourite tactic here. Is there one final chance, a late chance here for a goal? It's a ball into the middle, it's floating around, it's Ferreira who gets a header, it's Almeida on this right side, he's fouled in the box. Is that going to be a penalty? It's not going to be a penalty by the looks of it, and now we're going to pick up this ball from deep. It's MT, the substitute, who's come on here. He plays it out to Valente into Kawan, and Kawan's going to make a run down this right side. You think he's played a full game, he's had an okay performance, but we need a little bit more from him in the final moments. Sydney here finds himself on the ball. Sydney Lima, that is Ferreira now into Valente. Valente will play to Carwan. You'd think he doesn't go there. He's just waiting. I don't know what we're trying to do here. Just waiting on the ball. Play a long ball. Switch it. Try and play something fast. That's the type of football we're playing. Very fast flowing, moving football. And we're dispossessed in the middle. That is poor from us. And now they might try and set off their attacker here. It's 1-to-1 defending. We've let him go past us. And the shot goes in. And luckily, it has gone wide of the post. Wow, that was some poor defending from us and poor play in general. It's going to go to extra time here in this game, and this is exactly what I mean. If we didn't play the rotated squad, they would be tired, but we wouldn't have gone to extra time. Now a lot of these boys who have come on off the bench will be getting a lot more minutes than they probably expected, to be honest. What can you do, really? We need to start to up our performances and kind of adapt to this tactic, because it's going to stick around for the rest of the season by the looks of it. No mistakes at the back. We don't need that, and Dutra there is there to claim. We've still got, how long have we got? Like 20 minutes, 25 minutes to find a goal. We really needed Safira. It took Martins a long time in his game to step up, and now we need Safira to... He's had his time now. We need him to step up and find a goal here. Or will it be another goal for Caldas? It's a ball into the middle. The man wins his header. Dutcher there makes a save, but it's poor in the end from us. The keeper has to claim that in his hands. He's let the ball go loose, and now their attacker, who's had a good game, to be fair, has got... Caldas' third goal, and wow, once again, we find ourselves in a position where we need to get another goal. We're stuck on the positive mentality. It's something I've not even considered bringing back. And yeah, we can only make one final change. Ferreira off is what that I was thinking. Oh no, we've got no more substitutions. Not one substitution extra time. Oh wow. Oh no, I don't even know what's happened there, to be honest. How we don't get an extra substitute, I do not know. We need to turn up here in these final moments, or we could be out of the cup very, very early. I know we're focusing on the league, but it'd be disappointing to lose to a team in the division lowers when we've been when we know how good we've played so far in this season. But if we do lose here, it just kind of shows our inconsistencies and the places where we need to improve. Almeida here, who's had a good game on this right side, he's cutting all the way, and he gets a late goal for us in this game. What a finish that is from Almeida. We're still alive here in this cup game. It's been a very, very long game, and yeah, it's been a very eventful one as well, to be fair. They've given us a good test, and hats off to them. Can we just force it into a penalty shootout? That is what we want. There's going to be one final chance here for Caldas. We want to mark up. Everyone get a man. It's a header. Dutra has pushed that over. Luckily, I thought it might have just crept in. Another mistake from him that could have led to a goal, but it is going to go to penalties here. I don't know who. I know what to do on penalties. I mean, I don't know who's the best penalty taker, stuff like that. We want our best penalty taker on the third penalty. That's the way I like to go. And then yeah, that's I could put a captain on. I don't know who's our captain today, because it's the rotate team, or else it would usually be Batista. Everyone pick your spot, and we just go and win our penalties. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so we can advance in the interest of advancing the episode. The first penalty for Caldas does go in there. It's going to be Sydney Lima who steps up for us. He puts away his penalty as well. Next penalty, it's going to be a Caldas player. The penalty straight in there. Lovely finish. I mean, I'm going to speed this. I don't want to keep speeding up and going backwards. We'll leave it on the fast pace. See how it goes here. 2-2. We could make it here. We are second on the penalties. Bit of a probably better position, because we know what we need to do should one of the Caldas players miss their penalties. What a game this has been, and hats off to Caldas. Great game from them in their own stadium. The penalty here does go in, and now we're getting into the risky territory, but we do have Safira stepping up. I've trusted him as our best penalty taker to take the third one, a very, very crucial penalty in the shootout. He steps up here and he slots it away, luckily. Very calm and composed penalty in front of our own fans now. It's going to be another Caldas player here. He's taken a long time to get up to the spot, but he's going to go straight in with his run up. The penalty is taken. It's another good penalty, and now we're going to get into risky territory. It's going to be Valente, one of the midfielders here at Santa Clara, to keep us in the Portuguese Cup. His penalty does go in. I mean, both the keepers have not really had an amazing day, to be honest. They both conceded 3, and then their penalty saving has not been on it today. Another penalty for Caldas. A big save would be needed here. It's hit the post, outside of the inside of the post, I should say, and we are one penalty away from advancing to the next round of the Portuguese Cup. It's a poor penalty in the end from their player. It's such a shame. I mean, the Caldas players probably deserve it, and if we'd have lost this, I wouldn't have been disappointed I would have been disappointed, but I wouldn't have been. I would have been at peace with that fact. We could still lose it, but we could also win it with this penalty kick. Ricardinho, he did get one of the goals for us. He takes his penalty and he slots it into the bottom left corner. It took penalties against the team a division below us, but ultimately we are through to the next round of the Portuguese Cup. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.